Hello everyone, this is Matt.
And this is Liz. And today in this video, we're going to focus on how you can automate everyday decisions so you can have more time and more mental space to focus on what actually matters.
Love it. That's really big because right now we live in the age of choice, right? We have so many decisions to make every day. From what I'm going to eat, a lot of people spend so much time at lunchtime. They're like, oh, what do I fancy, right? And then the thing is, 24 hours later, you don't even remember what that was.
Yeah.
Right? Or it could be like, what am I going to watch on Netflix?
Yeah.
Or do I want to spend time with a friend? Which friend? Where do we go? So many decisions that are quite petty and insignificant, really. And then on top of that, you've got the big decisions of actually, what do I work on? What's the strategy I want to do? Right? Especially if you work in a business. You've got these really high-level decisions, but then you've got the small ones. There's so many, right? So really being able to navigate that is so important because our ability to make great decisions is limited. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And if we spend all our time and our mental space, right, making these everyday decisions that in the big picture don't actually matter, we don't have any decision mental space left to make the really big decisions and to make really good decisions.
Yeah. There's a study I really like on decision fatigue, which is essentially the mental limit of the fact that we only can make so many decisions every day, right? And so in the study, they looked at, I can't remember how many, but around 100 judges in the US who were granting parole to people who were in prison. And at the beginning of the day or right after lunch break, your chances of getting a yes and getting out of jail were 65%. But then they will go down to 0%, and then they take a break, go up to 65%, right?
Yeah.
Because their willpower was getting eroded, and so they will go back to the easier, safest decision, go back to prison.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so that's what happens to us every day.
And that's where also so many bad choices in our life comes from, right? Where we are
in
so
the
fatigued,
evening, not in the morning.
like in the evening, we then choose like the burger and not the salad, right? Or we choose to watch Netflix instead of working out because we're just so fatigued, right?
Yes. I really like that example. Is so usually when people go I'm going to go to the gym on Tuesday and then they don't go, usually it was in the evening.
Yeah,
I'm exhausted. I deserve Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a lot more difficult to do that. It's a lot more unlikely to just do that in the morning. Get you know what? It's 9 a.m. I'm going to Netflix and chill. If you do it, it's going to be a one-off that you really want to do rather than a temptation, right? And that's because of that willpower going down throughout the day.
Yeah, exactly. So Matt, what's your favorite ways to automate everyday decisions?
Yeah, so you can minimize that one-off thinking. You automate them, right? So a great way is to have a system that works for you, that makes that decision for you. So it could be in any area of your life. So we were talking about fitness and working out. Your system could be I go to this one gym and I go 3 times a week, or I go on Tuesday, Wednesday at this set time, and possibly have that in your calendar, right?
Yeah.
That works for you. That decision is made. You know where, you know when, it's done. Same if, say, for your business, or maybe, in my case, to create content, I know when I'm going to do that. I know when I'm going to plan it. And, I like to batch all the thinking up front. I think about all the videos, up front, all the content I do, and then I work on it. So that system is okay, all the decisions are very creative, very intentional, or as a one-off, and then you execute. So instead of having to keep all these, it's okay, how can I front load the thinking and be really intentional with that? So having that system is really important, What about you?
Yeah, it's in my life I have a lot of those. It's having this, taking some time, like you do with your content plan, taking some time to take a few big decisions once and then they're automated later on.
Yeah.
For example, I do this with my meal plan. I sit down once a week and I plan the meals for the upcoming week.
Yeah.
Then I order all the groceries online and then I meal prep it all on Sunday. And so then I just take the decision once. I take the decision once what to eat. And then I already have it in my fridge, just need to put it in the microwave. Or at least I have some chopped up vegetables and just throw it together. But I don't need to decide in the high stress times during my week, where am I gonna eat, what am I gonna eat, how am I gonna cook it. It's ideally already prepared in my fridge.
Yes.
Or if not, it's at least decided what I'm gonna eat or where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And then one more thing is, I'm just starting to do that, but I really love the idea, is to do the same for your outfits.
Yes.
Like, for example, one thing I'm looking at right now is have like a capsule wardrobe for every season. So, for example, for spring, I would have a set of like 10 outfits, and I would just rotate them, right? And then that's just how what I wear every day. I mean, you could go even a step further and just like wear the same every day, like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
But then that's really, people think that's stupid, but then that frees up so much mental space to focus on what actually matters.
Yeah.
And to not like obsess about what to wear.
Yeah.
You know?
And in that case, you know, what you focus on is restrictions. You go like, instead of giving myself 1,000 choices, I give myself 10 choices or whatever.
Yeah.
In the case of outfits, at any one time, I have 3 long sleeve t-shirts, 3 shirts. And, you know, if I want to get a new one needs to leave, right, go out. And, but at the same time, it makes it easier for me to go like, okay, I'll just mix and match it, but that's it. And, you know, there's that restriction on that. I only have, you know, 6 things that I can wear. It's like a top. Or at the same time, it could be for what you eat. You have, you know, you were saying earlier, you have like food restrictions or like guidelines for yourself. You know what works and you know what doesn't. You know that you're not going to have some things. Same for me. That makes it easier. That decision is made for me already. So now the pool of options has shrunk. And I don't have to use so much willpower. I'm like, no, I know. That's my decision.
Yeah. And ultimately, what it is about is like taking a decision once, like spending some time on that decision, and then you can just automatically take the decision over and over again.
Yeah.
For example, or basically it works in every area of your life, but just setting a set of criteria. And that you can then apply to the same decision over and over again.
Yeah.
This could be even very sensitive topic, but like the people you hang out with. Like it could be, for me, I could say, well, I want to spend time with people that are positive, right? With people that are like uplifting and that I can have a great conversation with. And then I might still spend time with other people, but I have that filter. And then if I have, that's just how I'm going to spend my time with people. You know?
Yeah, good thing that I qualified today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good having that guideline. And really, at the same time, is like when you have a restriction, you know, if you think about it could be on the people you hang out with, what you work on, your outfit, or your meal. You automate your everyday decisions, but that also it gives you more willpower, more decisional power for when you actually want to make an exception, go all in, really enjoy it. So it's like, okay, I'm browsing the supermarket aisle for lunch. What do I fancy? I'm going to forget it in 6 hours. Who cares? Like, let my default option make that choice for me. But then at the same time, because I know that I will make a good option every day because it's my default, then when I want to go to an amazing restaurant or maybe I travel and I want to go all in, I can, right? Guilt-free, because the system has worked for me, has kept me on track 90% of the time. So when I want to do that 10%, it's like, it's memorable, I do what I really want, and it's very different. And so actually, you know, when people say, oh, that's boring, you know, having a system is boring, I say, no, it's the opposite. Because instead of looking for things that are like, yeah, like a little bit different, no, you let the system work for you. And then when you leave it, you go all in and create like incredible experiences. Yeah.
I love that. That's so powerful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So the key to making great decisions, what would you say is the key to making great decisions?
It's to really like take the time to think through the broader decision that's behind that and set up your criteria once, so you can take that decision and just automatically do it all over and over again.
Yeah, and then you can minimize your choices by doing that, right? And sometimes your decision will be black or white, and you'll know. And other times it'll be a set of choices where if you can reduce that, your menu or the things you work on, then you don't have to think about it. And again, the default is good. It supports you every day.
Yeah, because if you make that's a part of the default. If you make a good choice your default, like if I plan my meals or if I plan my outfits, I actually have make a good choice once, and it's my default. So I will have a great outfit every day, and I will have great food every day, right?
Yeah.
Even if I'm tired, because I don't need to make the choice when I'm tired.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, it's your turn now. Let us know in the comments one decision that you take regularly, but that doesn't make a big difference in your life. How can you automate it? How can you reduce it? How can you create a system so that it's made for you? All right. Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.